Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookie Gaming. Today we are playing more Pentiment. Now last time we were able to examine the Baron's body, which revealed some interesting things about his death. We also managed to talk to his wife, which was a pretty fascinating conversation. We sort of dug into the Baron's character a little bit, and we ended by witnessing some rather scandalous activity at the Abbey. But we'll see how all of that plays out as we head into a new day. We begin at the farm in the morning. The Gertners. Hey, Andreas, you say hello to the girls today. Ava and Clara? No, I mean the chickens. Peter, James, and John. They like it when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under the breast. You named your chickens after the apostles? That's funny. Isn't that blasphemy? I guess when you put it plain like that. But I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witnessed Jesus' greatest moments of glory and his darkest trials. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. I mean, I like Big Jorg, but I feel it's worth warning him here. You probably shouldn't mention this to anybody else, especially the father. It's fine, I get it. I'll just call them the girls from now on. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? Sell them? No, we sell them to the Bowers. Clara always says we need the extra money for taxes. Yeah, seems like it. And it's interesting to point that out, right? Because we're talking about a moment in the early 1500s when markets are expanding in Europe, but for a lot of people, they still probably weren't using money for most things, right? They were supporting themselves through their own farms. Really, you'd only need money for a couple of different things. One might be going to the market and buying goods, but even then you could do a bit of bartering. That might be more convenient for you. And the main thing you might need money for was taxes, right? Now, I mean, once again, it depends where you are, but in this period, we're seeing an increasing trend towards governments not wanting to take taxes in wheat or crops, but wanting to take taxes in hard money. Coins, usually, but, I mean, paper money as the years went onwards, but usually we're talking about bullion, right? And so a family like this, though in their daily life, maybe they wouldn't need a whole lot of money, well, they would need it for something like taxes or some other things that, like going to the market that I mentioned. Anyway, I should get back to it. Until later, Andreas. Till then. Let's see if Peter has anything to say. I'm sure he's in a rotten mood. Andreas? As he always is. Alrighty. As always, we've got a bunch of things to do today. I mean, we're gonna check in with everybody who we pass through, but we have to continue investigating the suspects. The suspects we have at least. Still have that mystery with Ferentz's book. We had to go visit the women spinning in town, talk to Cecilia. I mean, there's a whole lot of tasks ahead. But first, let's talk to Andres. Oh, and he has nothing to say. Anything happening, Ulrich? God bless you too, my friends. Hello? Brett? Always worth checking in. You know what I mean? We want to make sure everyone's doing well. Steinauer house. Oh, Lucky! And well, Lucky is one of the people we actually need to talk to about this murder. He is a potential suspect. Now look, I don't think there's super strong evidence against anybody yet, but, Lucky, he's definitely potentially involved. We don't know. That's what we're here to find out. Let's pet the cat first. You always gotta pet the cat, folks. Alright, hello, Lucky. Hello, Andreas. Something you need? I guess we'll do some light investigation here. How are you doing, Lucky? We don't talk much. Andreas, I have things to do. Father Thomas needs me to help out at the church. After that, I'm going fishing with old Otto. Oh, interesting. Have we talked to old Otto? Maybe we have. So if you don't need me to repair a wall or a fallen chimney, then leave me be. Well, I can see you're busy, so I'll keep it brief. I'd hoped to ask you a few questions about Baron Rothvogel. No. Okay. When someone says straight up no, they never like to hear a, but why? But we need to know, why not? I don't want to. You're a grown man. That should be reason enough for you. I saw you shouting at the Baron when he arrived in Tossing. What was that about? Get it through your pebble-stuffed head. I'm not talking about Rothvogel. I mean, might as well. I'm tempted to say I won't press you, but sort of an important thing, so we might as well try to push him a little bit. A man is dead, Lucky, and another's life hangs in the balance. Christ compels us to speak honestly, neighbor to neighbor. God damn it, Andreas. I told you to leave me be. Christ has nothing to do with it. Yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna go well. What are you thinking? Lucky already told me he didn't want to talk about Lorenz. But it's clear they argued over something important, or Lucky wouldn't be so hostile. Lucky's known to be an honest man. Maybe I can push him just a bit more. Yeah, I'm not sure he'll take super kindly to me suggesting he's a murderer. Ah, fuck it, right? Well, I don't know if fuck it's the right approach all the time. Sometimes. To my understanding, I think we can find out. That's great. Did you kill him? I have nothing more to say to you. Okay, probably the wrong move. Don't bother me again. But it's all very suspicious, I must say. Let's observe him later. We do have other things to do today. Maybe I pushed a little bit too hard, you could say. Alright, let's go back through the center of town. Sepp. Have we talked to you before? There's a lot of characters in this game, alright? Are you Joseph? That's right. Well, Sepp. Sepp Hubner? Oh, then Sepp it is. You the artist staying with the Gertners? Yep, Andreas Mahler. I work in the Abbey Scriptorium during the day. Oh, right. I think I've seen you in the meadow on your way to and from. Anyway, I live out past the mill, farm the land there with my family. I came into town to talk to Andrus about some nails, just waiting for him to finish up. It's a disrespectful question. I'll leave you to it. Thanks. Nice meeting you, Andreas. Likewise. Until later. What an antagonistic question. Do you bring beer everywhere you go? Maybe he does. Nothing happening in here, apparently. I saw Otto a little further down. Hello, Otto. Anything to say? Not right now. And I'll say, I'm like, should we go back to the scriptorium today? Probably. Hey, Klaus. Our good buddy Klaus. Okay. Looks like we've sort of gone through the small talk with the people we've talked to previously. So let me let's take a look at our journal here. Let me read through some of these. Alright, so I think what I want to do is go and talk to Attilia, because that's the only sort of surface level suspect we haven't interrogated yet. The others, we have more to do with our other suspects, so let's go and chat with her. Would be down here. Oh, is this, the lady's spinning? Here, let me go and... Oh, wow. I don't know if I talked to these folks before. France? Hey, Mahler, you seen my son? Yeah. I saw him running from the Abbey Thursday morning, actually. That fucking rat. That layabout was asleep when I went into the fields. He told his mother he was sick. Did he say anything to you? Like where he was going? I'm not... Look, this kid's a shithead, alright? I don't want to protect him. He told me to eat shit, actually. God damn it. How many times have I told him? Ugh. Must be his mother's influence. He sure as shit didn't learn that behavior from me. Are you sure about that? If you see him again, will you tell Kat? He's driving me crazy about it. What's got her worried? There ain't a thing in this world that doesn't worry my wife. Martin's no exception. I mean, I will say, he was running around at a rather inopportune time, you know? Now, it seemed to me like a simple case of thievery, but who knows, maybe there's something more sinister afoot. The boy's always running off, always comes home too. Doesn't stop her getting hysterical about it. Well, you know, it's fair to be worried about your kid, even if the kid is a shithead. There's no reason trying to argue with this guy. I can tell you that much, just from this brief interaction. I'll let Kat know if I run into him. Good. Until later, Mahler. Till then. Brigitte? I would wish you a good day, Andreas, but I fear that would be a lie. Okay. Has something happened? Martin's gone missing. Kat is beside herself. Okay, I'm not sure if it's really responsible to implicate him in a murder. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't like the kid, but that's a little much. But not you? You're not worried? I'm very worried for him, but this is not the first time he's run off. He said he wasn't feeling well this morning, and I just knew he had another scheme planned. I'm sure his mother knows where he is. I don't think so. He speaks more to her than he does to me. Even though I am his wife. Martin's a little older than I thought. Or maybe we've heard that. I don't know. I'm sorry. They've always been close. They've had to endure, well... Perhaps I should speak to Kat then. That might be best. Oh my. He happened upon a Martin side quest. I should probably get back to my chores. France will be angry if he sees me shirking. Or talking to an unmarried man. Of course, God willing, Martin will come home soon. He will. I must trust in Providence. Be well, Andreas. Be well. Doesn't seem like their marriage is going super well, to be honest with you. Hello, Kat. Hello, Master Mahler. I'm sorry to cause you trouble, but... Have you seen Martin recently? He wasn't feeling well, so I let him sleep until prime. Monastic hour during the first hour of daylight. One of the little hours of prayer. First hours of daylight. So he slept in a little bit. When I came to check on him, he was gone. You can really make Andreas quite the liar. I did see Martin running through the meadow, but this is a delicate situation, and I'm not sure how I should handle it. Yeah, I think he is clearly trouble, honestly. He may well have been involved in Lorenz's murder, but if I tell Kat I saw him fleeing the Abbey... Well, okay, this is interesting. The thing is, I already told the husband, right, France, so I'm gonna tell her, but I think of these two. She appears to be a pretty doting mother. Maybe, I mean, the sort of archetype that's being set up here is he's sort of a spoiled shithead. We'll see whether that's true or not, but I don't think she's going to suspect her son of murder. I think she's gonna think, I believe that. It could cause her undue stress. Don't worry, is now anyway. I don't know. I think she deserves my honesty. That's what I think. I saw him Thursday morning. He ran through the meadow while I was on my way to the Abbey at prime. But he said he was sick. I mean, come on, you know that's not true. We gotta get past that. And what was he doing in the meadow? He hardly ever goes out there. Always makes him sneeze. He seemed to be running from the Abbey. What do you ask? He has a history of making poor decisions. I mean, I think that's what he was doing. I don't think he murdered the Baron. I think he was just stealing from him. And we saw him looking through the window earlier. So I think it's more coincidental, right? Martin got unlucky to steal from a man while that man was likely in the process of being murdered. Now, could it be involved with the murder? Could Martin be entangled in this? Yes, it's possible. Like I said, maybe this is a larger, more sinister scheme, but I've got my doubts. Like stealing? Baron Rothvogel's manservant believes Martin may have stolen some of the Lord's rings. Lord have mercy. That must be where he's gone, to sell them. Yeah, probably. Oh, Martin, how could you? No, I don't think so. And I don't think asking her is gonna get us any good information. Do you know where he's likely to have gone? Last time he ran off, it was to Innsbruck. But I don't know. I don't know, he could be anywhere. What if he's attacked on the road? I'm sure he'll be alright. I pray to God that you are right. Sorry, this is not your trouble. Thank you for speaking to me. Was there something else? I don't want to impose, but... if it wouldn't be too much trouble, please let me know if you see Martin. I feel worried for him. Alright. Thank you, Master Mahler. Be well. You know, I mean... yeah, I don't like the kid. Although, I guess he's not actually a kid. I've been calling him a kid, but he's old enough to be married. I believe this is where Attilia was. I feel like I'm not great with the conversation options in this game. So we'll see how badly this is about to go. You know, if I accuse her of something. Well, if it isn't the late Baron's new best friend. Uh-oh. Nice to see you too, Attilia. Sarcasm. How original. What do you want? You must be bothering me for something. You are correct. I mean, guys, she is not going to be interested in getting acquainted. She doesn't seem the type, especially given that she knows we were buddy-buddy with the Baron, which is true. Now, I'm not saying he was a good guy. Seems like he wasn't. Now, as I've said before in previous episodes, how bad a guy was he? Unclear to me. Seems pretty bad. Could be really bad. It seems really bad, in fact. I mean, we're gonna go and talk to the nuns at some point about that. But we were friendly with them, that's undeniable. I wanted to ask some questions about Lorenz Rothvogel's murder. Not the first time Perkta answered my call. Right. Yeah, you're... she's giving Town Witch. You wanna know what I think? I'm glad he's dead. I hope whoever killed him gets the abbot next. Maybe burns the entire abbey to the ground. And that's all I have to say about it. You know, I know that we're, I was buddy-buddy with the Baron, but perhaps if you were to explain to me what your issue with him was, I mean, I've got a guess, but, you know. I mean, this is what I most want to know. What did the Baron do to earn your ire? What did I just tell you, boy? I don't have anything else to say on the matter. Guess we'll try pleading. A bit of pathos. The life of an innocent man is at stake. One of the elderly brothers. Can't you spare me a few minutes? You think I care about what happened to some old monk? Idiot. I don't really think you care. Kill them all. See if I care. Every agent of the church should die. Jesus! He's getting increasingly hostile. I don't think either of these is gonna work. He's clearly beyond caring about the risks of what she's saying, and I don't think she's gonna take kindly to me asking to help, but that's what I'm gonna do. Where's this anger coming from? Is it something I can help with? No! Well, maybe. Okay. Don't suppose those skinny arms of yours can hold more than a paintbrush. What are you suggesting? Holding a dead body? She gonna make me do her chores? I'm not as strong as Otto, but I can lift things and reach high places if that's what you need. And often someone offers to help out old Attilia. Fine, you do some things for me, maybe it'll jog my memory. Okay. But it's gonna take a while. Lots of things been building up, things I'm too old to do. You got some place to be? I do, but I'll be back later. Sure you will. That's what they always say. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Okay, We've got some time management decisions here. I learned in previous episodes that, I was prone to taking out the whole day with a couple of activities, so now I'm trying to play a little more strategically, do everything until we get to the block. Which is, hey, this is gonna take a while. So I want to see if we can check in on the ladies spinning, though it's not really an urgent matter. And then I do want to check in with the nuns up at the abbey. Veronica. I'll see you at the spinning bee, Andreas. I better see that skinny bottom of yours at the bee, Andreas. Okay. Everyone wants to see me. I'm a popular guy. Hey, Andreas. How's it going, Hans? Keeping busy in the fields? I guess. Do you like it? What? Farming? I never really thought about it. Andreas, you're putting big ideas in his head. Dad says it has to get done whether I like it or not. Well, what do you think about that? What do you think about? Uncle Frank said Brigitte might come help with the laundry today, and these two we just met. She's Martin's wife, right? She seems nice. She is. Nicer than Veronica, anyway. Damn, he put some stank on that Veronica. I wish Brigitte lived here instead of her. Man, you don't like Veronica, eh? Bro. Atreus. That is... Don't say that. Until later, Hans. Bye. Andreas, you can be a scallywag at times. I think we found that out last episode, when we were running from the two monks, and Andreas decided to have a peek before he ran. What are you doing, man? Andreas was just wondering when you'd turn up. The gaggle said you'd come to watch him spin. Between you and me, Hetty's not about to let you go once she's got you in her claws. So I hope you've got a few hours to hunker down and get comfortable. Okay, this is what I thought was gonna happen. Okay, I'll do it another day. I'm not about to twist your arm, young Master Mahler. But you be sure to come round before Sunday. Let me write that down. spinning before Monday. What day is it today? Alright, I think it's Nones. I don't know what day that is. Uh-oh. Okay. So we'll go up to the Abbey next. Let's see what the nuns have to say. Since we found out... I mean, the reason we're going back is because we found out some more information in our nighttime library exploration. You know what I mean? I want to check in with the fellas in the forest, though. Which direction were they? This way? Yeah, Smokey's home. Hey, Smokey. Did you need something, Master Mahler? No, but thank you. Okay. That was the conversation. Hey, Master Mahler. Alright, none from these two. I thought it was worth checking in. You know what I mean? I know, I mean, look, I'm not literally gonna check every inch of the map every new day, but it's worth checking in, at least on the people I remember. I wonder if the Baron's wife is still here. She is. Curious. But she's waiting until justice is served, which, now that I think about it, we don't have much time for, so I really need to, use my time carefully here, don't I? We need to talk to Matilda and Cecilia. Now, we know where Cecilia is. Oh, there's Matilda. Let's try Matilda first. Although, I think we perhaps might have a better chance with Cecilia, since we do have a bit of rapport going with her. God bless you, Master Mahler. May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda? You know what? No, Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men, unless it's truly necessary. I'd say it's necessary. Yeah, this concerns the murder of the Baron. Yes? It's tragic, but what does it have to do with me? Right out with it, huh? Why did you leave Kearsarge to go to a hermitage? Ah. Baron Rothvogel had an appetite for young women. Yeah, okay. So, we basically knew this. This confirms it. It appears pretty obvious that this appetite was not consensual, right? Neither his marital vows nor the vows of the women seemed to matter much to him. When I was on my way to town one day, he surprised me in the meadow and made his interest clear. Just let her continue. I refused his advances. Yeah, I thought that would be the end of it. You'd think that, but apparently this guy was a real piece of shit. This was not enough, because he did the same thing the next day. I refused him again. I don't want to let her tell the story. I don't want to interrupt her train of thought, because this is some valuable info. Thought if I was patient, the problem would leave with him. I never thought that the Baron was capable of doing what he did. On the third day, he attacked me on my way through the meadow. Yeah. He dragged me into the forest where he could have his way with me. Oh, God. I managed to badly scratch his neck. I saved my virtue, but it enraged him. Oh, I see. He beat me until he was exhausted, and he left me there in the woods. Jesus Christ! This guy was a monster. Holy moly. Okay, confirmed. On the scale of bad, he's on the far end. So, it's clear now why, a lot of people don't like this guy. And we learned when we were having, well, we've been learning in multiple ways, but it was confirmed again at the meal with the Gertners that the women of the family, and apparently all the women of the town, were aware of what he was like. So, you know, and as Tilda's saying here, he was known to do this more than once. Yeesh. Mother Cecilia had me removed from Kearsarge for my safety until I could recover. Now, I will say, it doesn't necessarily narrow me in on a suspect. Now, we know why people have issues with him, but apparently he did this a lot, right? So that leaves a lot of suspects. The wounds to my body have healed, but the attack has left a lasting injury in my mind. Okay, Jesus Christ, Andreas. You're not gonna cushion it at all. I have to say, this sounds like a strong motive to kill the Baron. I was angry. I was filled with hate, yes. But it's been years. Mother Cecilia and Father Thomas helped me move past the anger to find love in this community. Father Thomas? Yes, Father Thomas is our confessor. We can talk to Mother Cecilia about our problems, but only a priest can hear our confessions. Sister Matilda, did you receive a strange note recently? Yes. How did you know? Baron Rothvogel received one. What did it say? Here, look for yourself. Oh my. Remember what he did, the violence you suffered. The red bird flies. Martin's chapter. Okay, so... I mean, we basically knew the motive. That makes it even more clear. Someone had a serious grudge against the Baron because of the violence he committed against the women of this community. Someone decided to go through with it and kill the guy, and then leave these notes behind. Very interesting. Rothvogel, the Red Bird. So this is a whole scheme. This is all planned out. Found it in my bed in the nuns' dormitory. You can keep it if you like. In your bed? Who could have put it there? This is a good question. The only people allowed beyond the garden are the sisters. I can't imagine any of them making this. Mother Cecilia and Sister Illuminata have beautiful handwriting. Both of them have been so kind to me. I mean, and the last time we saw one of these notes, Andreas was like, it's very well done and expert handwriting, but it didn't look familiar to him. Well, thank you for your time. God bless you, Master Mahler. Okay. That was useful. That was very useful, actually. Very interesting. Okay. I wonder if we're gonna find some concrete evidence, or maybe not. Maybe we don't have long until this trial. I feel like I got the information I needed, but let's talk to Cecilia. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? I need to talk to you about Sister Matilda. Matilda told me. Of course. What happened to Sister Matilda was tragic. Lorenz, the Baron, tried to seduce Sister Matilda. He rebuked him several times. The one morning he attacked her in the meadow on her way to town. He dragged her into the woods. Sister Matilda is a strong woman, but her resistance was met with violence. When pilgrims to the shrine found her, she'd been beaten so badly she could barely move. Jesus Christ. Assuming the Baron didn't suffer any consequences for the attack. Nope, I knew he wouldn't. Of course not. Of course not. The powerful are immune to that sort of punishment. This is interesting. I'll say, one of the reasons I'm confiding in Cecilia here, the mother of this abbey, is because the father, the abbot, is not someone I trust. I do not trust his judgment. Now, I don't know that much about Cecilia, but of the two, she's definitely the more level-headed. I mean, we saw that in the immediate aftermath of the murder. And so, it seems useful to have someone in a position of authority. I know the abbot's the most powerful person here, but to have someone in a position of authority who I can at least talk to and who's at least willing to give me some information. I also knew that bringing the attack to the attention of Father Matthias would put him in an impossible position. Oh, that's interesting. So they didn't tell him. Oh, right. I hadn't thought about that. Everyone loved this guy. He probably would have been furious if he'd found out, but they decided not to tell him. The Baron would suffer no consequences, but the abbot would have refused his continued patronage. Yeah, that's the impression I get. So they kept it from the abbot. I concealed the assailant's identity from Father Abbot and had Sister Matilda taken to a hermitage near Mittenwald, a small municipality known for its transalpine routes between Augsburg, Innsbruck, and Milan. Massive amounts of coin and trade pass through Mittenwald each year. She stayed there under the care of sisters until she recovered and could return. Whoa. Damn. I agree, obviously. What she deserved was justice and retribution, but that was not gonna happen, right? Like I said, the powerful get away with this kind of stuff. All the time, then and now. How did Sister Matilda... It feels like a question I know the answer to, but how did she feel about seeing him again? Andreas, if you want me to tell you that I think Sister Matilda killed the Baron, I won't. Seeing him was hard for her, of course. She defended her virtue from the Baron, but her injuries were severe. Her body recovered in time. Her mind, I don't know if it ever will. She still fights him in her dreams. Jesus Christ. Oh. She wakes in the night screaming, soaked in her own sweat. So it affected her. Yes, it still affects her. That doesn't mean she wanted to kill the Baron. It certainly doesn't mean she actually did. No, I don't think she did. I'd be surprised if she did. But clearly, someone who knew about all of this did kill the Baron. It's interesting. So it's someone who not only knew about the reputation of the Baron, and it seemed like a lot of the women around town knew that, probably many from personal experience, but they also had to know about this attack on one of the nuns that was hushed up even from the abbot. So someone who had that degree of information. Uh-oh. Maybe it was Piero. No, I don't know. But someone who's involved. Huh. Well, if you're a stonemason named Lucky, maybe you are involved in building stuff at the Abbey. Maybe you catch a hushed word behind a doorway. I don't know. Sister Matilda is a faithful servant and friend of Christ. I believe that truly, Andreas. She's respected and beloved by this community for good reason. Very well. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Andreas, if you want to thank me, do not mention Sister Matilda to the Archdeacon. That's kind of tough. Okay. Because I'm looking for evidence that this guy was a real piece of work. And this is a pretty concrete piece of evidence with, not only a witness, but the victim. It's a tall order. Gotta be honest. But, once again, that will implicate her, which I don't want to do. I do not believe she could have done this. Okay. God bless you, Andreas. This is all very curious, I must say. So where do I go to? I'm tempted to go to Lucky to see what he gets up to. But I almost feel like I've got a better shot talking to Tilia and seeing what information she can give me. But, I don't know. I'm definitely most suspicious of Lucky. Maybe... I think I should follow my nose. I think I should go and talk to... Well, go and trail Lucky about this. Because if I had to guess right now, my guess would be, of the suspects available, that he was responsible. You know what I mean? Let me see that we're not missing anything here. Oh yeah, don't you still need to further investigate that book? What do you think? 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 From Ference. Hmm. Oh my. Maybe I'll cut to when we're back in the Abbey, and we'll see if we can take a look further. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Matthew wants a word. Hi, Brother Matthew. How'd you sleep last night? You look a little rough around the edges. Hmm. What do you mean? I mean, it looks like you fell through a forest. Interesting. It looks like you rolled around behind a bookshelf. Yeah, we can both throw threats, buddy. Until later. We may have just lost an ally, but I want to make this into a thing, alright? Guy, what the hell are you doing around here? Oh, interesting. Okay. Let me keep an eye out for what we're actually looking at here. So first... Oh, interesting. Can I go backwards? I can. I see. Okay, okay. Here, let me take a second to work this out. Oh, okay, I think this is actually relatively simple. So let's go. We've got yellow first, so H. Then we've got green, I. Then we've got red. Then we've got blue. Then red again. Then yellow. We've got green. And then we've got two left. Two left. Green again. And then am I going blind here? Maybe red or green, perhaps? No. Try red. Okay, well, not red or green. Yellow. Oh. Nope. Blue. Come on now. Nope. Oh my goodness. I fucked it up. I messed it up. Come on. There you go. Gerhard? As in the late brother Gerhard? Yes, yes, it can't be a coincidence. Yeah, you're spelling it out. Brother Gerhard died sometimes last year. How does this connect to him? Great, let's use our Latin training. Would have used Gerhardus personally, but... Gerhard's grave. I wonder if it has something to do with the Baron's murder. I should ask the abbot for permission to exhume the grave as soon as possible. Okay, that's gonna be a pretty crazy request, I have to say. I'm sure the abbot will not be happy to see me. What do you want, guy? Nothing, apparently. gone the wrong way here? I think I have. Find the dang abbot's house, or whatever it's called. And it ain't back here with the dang chickens, I'll tell you that much. Or pigs and whatever. Here we go. Yeah, this is the right direction. Gurno, anything to say? Andreas? Oh, just what I was looking for. I trust you are abiding by my command to leave Piero and the rest of the monastics in peace. Great. He's in a difficult position. He hasn't been at the abbey long, and he's young. The elder monks do not respect him. A friend of the Prince Bishop murdered on the roof of his abbey. It doesn't look good. No, it doesn't. If I represent a threat to his authority, he could expel me from the abbey. And I may never discover who really killed Lorenz, and Piero will die for it. Be careful not to alienate Gurno before the Archdeacon arrives. Okay. Have you made any progress? I'm satisfied I have the Baron's killer well in hand. And if I'm not mistaken, truth is for the Archdeacon to uncover. Not a journeyman artist who's not even a part of this community. There's more at stake here than you understand, Andreas. Interesting. He's not gonna take kindly to that. Let's play up the religious angle. Given that I am not the Lord and don't have perfect understanding of all things, of course that's the case. Which is why I've come to you with a request. And? Lorenz is Gurno's assistant. Interesting. It might anger the abbot, but maybe Gurno doesn't find him trustworthy. Yeah. Fuck it. That never turns out well. I have reason to believe Prior Ferenc has hidden something in Brother Gerhard's grave, and I'd like to dig it up. What does that have to do with the death of Baron Rothvogel? Wow. Screw it. This is one of those situations where you call your shot here, and if you miss, then you miss. I suspect the weapon used to murder the Baron may be buried there. Baron Rothvogel was stabbed. We know the murder weapon used to kill him. Brother Piero was found holding it. The Baron's stab wound was self-inflicted. He was killed by a blow to the head. How do you know all this? Because I've been snooping around. Interesting. Whoops! I wanted to... Dang. I was trying to click the thought bubble, but my answer was selected for me. Are you suggesting I didn't give the murderer Baron Rothvogel my due attention? You seem to think I don't care who killed the Baron, or whether Piero is the one who did it. I do. But I have a role to play here, and I can't be seen to undermine the authority of the Archdeacon in stepping outside of it. Do you take me for a fool? I will not let you exhume Brother Gerhard's body on a hunch. What does it matter? He's nothing more than bones now. I'm sure he won't mind. We're not quite there yet. He was a brother of this abbey, and he should be left in peace. Just as I would like to be. Leave now and do not pester me about this again. Damn. We failed. We weren't nice enough to Gurno, who's a total dickhead, by the way. Okay, well, let's pursue other options then. Ah, Volkbert. Perfect, just who I was looking for. Good day, Andreas. Do you need something? I'm gonna ask, like, so many people about digging up this damn body. Father Abbot said I should help you if you needed it, so here I am. There's a matter I need your help with. How brazen. I suspect there's something hidden in Gerhard's grave. Do you think you could dig it up for me? Did you ask Father Gurno? I want to help, but I don't think I should unless he says it's all right. Hmm. Oakbert's a kind man, and he wants to help, but he's also very credulous. Yeah, if I lie to him, he's gonna go and ask the abbot. Oh, the abbot says it's okay? Let me go and talk to him. Deceiving him... Oh, I see. I'm getting credulous, and I guess incredulous mixed up. Huh. Good old... Who's this meant to be again? Socrates? Aristotle? Screw it. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. Come on, we're trying to protect Piero here. Yeah, sure. Oh, that's good then. I don't like talking to the abbot. He makes me nervous. Yeah, he's on edge. Puts me on edge. I always feel like I'm in trouble when he talks to me, even when I'm not sure what I did wrong. Digging up the body will take a few hours, I think. Do you want to start now? Oh, god damn it. Well, I feel I've investigated all my different avenues. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to go and talk to Attilia? Go and follow after Lucky? I was leaning towards that, but now I think that exhuming this body will actually be the most useful to the case. Let's do it. Let's start digging. Alright, I'll get the shovel. The abbot's gonna be so pissed. How long have you been doing this, Brother Volkbert? Well, just since you asked me to, and we came here. No, I mean, how long have you been digging graves here at the Abbey? Oh, less than a year. A man from the village used to dig the graves. After Father Matthias died, Father Gurno said one of the brothers should do it. Of course he did. Did you bury Father Matthias? No. I watched old Otto Zimmerman do it. Father Matthias was the last man he buried here. Old Otto was a nice man. I haven't seen him since then, though. Maybe he buries people in Tossing now. No need to lie. Well, I just lied. Maybe I should say no need to lie for no reason, alright? He had a stroke and doesn't work anymore. His son Otto is the town carpenter now. Oh. Well, he's still a good man. Certainly. I should get back to digging. Friar says that idle hands are the devil's tools. Yeah. About Prior Ferenc. He's a suspicious fellow, don't you think, Volkbert? Oh, interesting. Do we have to, wait now? This is going to take me a while. Have you read all the gravestones? There's some really old ones. Okay. So I've got a bit of time. Good. So that means I can... Or can I not leave? I can't leave. Okay. I was hoping maybe I could get an opportunity to do something else, but not so. Mother Brunhilde Abatissa? Huh. No one's buried there. That's just a marker from a long time ago. I need to move it somewhere. Yes, the 12th century, but Abatissa? Hearsay used to be run by an abbess? I don't know. I wasn't there. Father Gurno must know. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm sure it'll be nothing worth worrying about. I don't know, Andreas. What if the abbot gets so angry he makes you leave your manuscript? Let me worry about the abbot. Yeah, I'm afraid that's what's about to happen. I can do that. I guess I overreacted. Brother Guy says I do that a lot. We're really putting a lot on the line here for Piero. Both our career and, unfortunately, Volkbert. Did you know Brother Jacob from Cologne? No, he died before I came here. Brother Voislaw said he was the funniest man he ever knew. Brother Piero and Brother Edok agreed. A funny monk? They said he can make his voice sound like any of the other brothers, even Father Matthias. And that he had a face like clay. He could turn it into all sorts of funny shapes. Some of the brothers laugh at me, but I don't think I'm funny. Not like Brother Jacob was. Okay, is this the make me feel sorry for Volkbert session? I get it, alright? I've manipulated this poor man. But I'm trying to save a man's life. You know, maybe ends don't justify the means, but that's what we're doing here. Who laughs at you? Brother Guy. Yeah, I would have guessed him. And Sister Zdena, maybe some of the others. Sometimes they tell jokes, and I don't understand what's funny. When I ask, I don't know if they're laughing at the joke or laughing at me. Surprised Father Gurnot allows that. Oh, Father Gurnot doesn't know. At least, I don't think he does. But it's alright. Brother Voislav doesn't let them hurt me. He's always the nicest to me. Yeah, Gurnot, either he knows that he doesn't care, which is very possible, or he doesn't know, which is also possible. Sister Maria, the librarian. She must have been from before your time here. Oh yes, Mother Cecilia likes Sister Maria very much. All of the older sisters say she was a sweet woman who loved the Lord. Well, that's what it's all about, huh? I'll be digging her up soon. For the crypt? The brothers and sisters are buried here until their bodies turn to bones. Then I dig them up and take them to the crypt. Oh, interesting. We don't have much space here, you know? Yeah, and I know I've talked about this before. Uh-oh. Well, this is about to go badly. Look, here comes Brother Matthew. Matthew's not gonna like this. I could hide, but Volkbert will take the brunt of his wrath. Volkbert's a good person, and I don't want to take advantage of him, but... He was concerned about losing his place in the Abbey. This could be the clue that unlocks the truth about who killed Lorenz. Sorry, Volkbert. I better hide. I'm sacrificing this poor man. Because, the last time that, Matthew and I talked, we threw shots at each other. So, yeah. Why are you digging up Brother Gerhard, Volkbert? I was told that the Father Abbot said it was alright. Did someone else request you to do this? Andreas did, but where did he go? Oh. Did the Abbot personally give you his permission, Volkbert? I'm sorry. He said it was fine. Please don't send me away. Seems someone's played a trick on you, Volkbert. Have mercy, Brother Matthew. Please don't tell Father Abbot. I don't want to go away. The Abbot's not going to send you away, but he'll be very unhappy about this. Uh-oh. Please rebury Gerhard. Uh-oh. I got myself into a mighty pickle here. Well, this is gonna take me a while. Brother Matthew is really angry. You think I'm gonna get in trouble? I'm scared, Andreas. I don't want to go away. It'll be fine, Brother Volkbert. Gurno won't punish you for what I asked you to do. That's a lie. He certainly will. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, no. Damn it. Well, we are really in an ends justify the means type of scenario now. Ay. Ah, Father Matthias is here. Yes. Is something wrong? His headstone is wood. Aren't abbots usually buried with more marble? I think you're right. I think all the other abbots are in the crypt or under the church. But Father Gurno said we can't afford to build something special for Father Matthias. Oh, is that it? I'm sure money's tight, but come on. Yeah, that seems disrespectful. Well, Father Abbot said we would have to wait a few years. That's all. Guess we just need to save money for a while. I still don't understand why Father Matthias died. We were eating dinner, and he got sick. It happened so fast. Mighty suspicious. I didn't know him that long, but I miss him. Andreas, I've reached Brother Gerhardt, but... Yes, is something wrong with the body? Is the body not there? No, I don't think so. There's a sack down here, too! What kind of... Let me see it. A curious collection of items. Curious. Two are plated with precious metals and engraved. A silver chariot chase rod and a golden plate. The rod has symbols of the zodiac on it. The plate has some script I don't recognize. Ferenc, you were getting more and more suspicious, I have to tell you. And the knife seems ordinary enough, but together with the other two, buried here, why would someone bury those things here? Because they didn't want them to be found. Because they're forbidden. Wait, there's blood in some of the symbols on the rod. Dried to be certain, but not that old. Ferenc tried cleaning this, but wasn't able to remove it all. Could this be what was used to kill Lorenz? Well, it's covered in blood, which is mighty suspicious, I have to say. Is this the devil's work, Andreas? Just a man's. Really? Who? I can't tell you, Volkbert. I'm sorry. Why not? What's going on? I don't understand. That's what I need to figure out, Brother Volkbert. Thank you for your help. Well, we just got him in a lot of trouble, I'm afraid to say. Oh, poor Brother Volkbert. I feel bad about my decision-making there. Can we, sneak out of the Abbey without too much trouble? We have to go through the front entrance. Yeah, I think we do. Uh-oh. Well, let's try and get out of here, then. The Abbot is sure to be furious, if he sees us. Ferenc. Very curious. Very suspicious, Brother Ferenc. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, well... Another day of getting myself into a lot of trouble. Let's see, who do we want to eat with today? What are our options? It's a shame that we didn't go to check up on Ottilia, and we couldn't follow Lucky, but we only have so much time. Yeah, I don't want to eat at Kearsaw Abbey. Maybe the Zimmermans? Or maybe the Bowers. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear more about Martin, if that's possible. Yeah, we are really in a lot of trouble. Well, we'll see what happens. I think Andreas might be at a high risk of being booted out of the Abbey now. And Volkbert's in trouble as well. Is this the dining location? Yes, it is. Let's see if they're interested in eating with me. Evening, Andreas. If you don't have supper plans, would you care to join us? How kind of you. Please, lead the way. It's nothing. Brigitte and I will be glad of the company. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. I like that every day, for every meal, but especially dinner, Andreas just wanders around town until he finds someone to eat with. He's like, who's making the best dinner in town? Let me go find them. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Amen, amen, amen. You're a respectful man, Andreas. Your parents discipline you? Huh. I had 2 older brothers to do it for them. Must be nice for your parents, having so many able sons. Wish I had their fortune. But we just have to make do with what the Lord gives us. Ain't that right, Cap? Hello! This is a happy family, eh? We're blessed to have a son. It would have been a blessing to have more. That is my failing. Yeesh. It's a tough family. The dad hates his son, and, the son's a shithead, but, who's responsible for that? Perhaps the parents. He's got a lot of anger going around. I mean, this is some pretty classic sort of misogyny, in this case internalized misogyny of the era, where one of the wife's main roles was to produce sons, and if she couldn't do it, she felt it was a personal failing, even when, we have cases of, say, aristocrats who slept around a bunch, as they always did, sometimes forcefully, sometimes consensually, and we have these aristocratic men who never had any kids, any bastard kids, so clearly they're not able to reproduce, and, they don't have any kids with their wife, and of course it all falls on the wife. There's never a suggestion that, first of all, it's not a failing not to have kids, but there's never a suggestion that, maybe it's due to the husband. It's always, no, it's on the wife. So, that's what we're seeing here. I don't really want to piss them off at their dinner table. You ask me, the trick to well-behaved children is a firm hand. Yeah, probably a firm backhand, I imagine. Salmon hand pie and fish stew. This actually sounds pretty good. I mean, I'll say, for those that don't know, I grew up in the United Kingdom, in Scotland in particular, moved to America when I was still a kid, so I'm a, dual citizen, but in the United States, pies are typically sweet, but over in Britain and a lot of other places in Europe and around the world, the meat pie is a popular item. Steak and kidney pie, all these classic type of pies. I guess in America we have the chicken pot pie, but meat pies are a much bigger thing over in the UK. Spare the rod and spoil the child. That's what the Bible says. Yeah, you hear that. Frankly, sometimes even today, which I find a little concerning. Should we push back a little bit? Why not? It also says fathers shouldn't provoke their children to anger, lest they be discouraged. Did I ask you? I didn't think so. Maybe if Wolf cried less, Martin wouldn't have felt the need to run off. Sorry, I'll try to keep him quiet. Jeez. Yeah, I'm sure France uses that hand against, well, really every member of the family. This goddamn racket's giving me a headache. There you go, sweet boy. I mean, this is a time when we talk about the sort of patriarch of the household, this is the time when the father was the patriarch in all sense of the word. He had complete control. Well, he thought he had complete control over the household. In reality, it usually doesn't actually work out like that, but the father felt he had complete control, and if he felt that control was threatened, then he would go on the attack, you could say, often verbally, like we've seen Franz, but also physically, as you could imagine. It's too goddamn cold in here. Cat, you'll get some firewood after the meal. Let's have some of that stew. Yes, of course. Only... What? You've got an excuse now. Little tummy ache, need to lie down. Jesus, dude. I worry Attilia will come back. Ah, okay. You know, I'm sitting here at this dinner like, why the hell did I come here? These people... Well, I don't blame the wife, but the father is a nightmare. But looks like we might get some useful information after all. The widow Kemperin, has she been bothering you? Found her collecting firewood on our land. I asked her to leave because I pay the goddamn taxes on that firewood. Yeah, remember, we've talked about this in previous episodes. This is in an era of European history where land that was previously public was becoming enclosed, right? Enclosed by, individual lords, by institutions like the Abbey, by kings, by states, right? And so land that used to be public and that everyone could take the firewood from, well, that is no longer the case. You've got your enclosed chunk of land, you pay taxes on it, well, that means people are a lot less free to go around taking firewood or berries or crops from your farmland. And I will say, the commons, we're typically not talking about, well, it depends where you're looking, but when you think of the commons, you might want to think more of a forest or open grazing fields or something like that. If you've got a field of crops, that probably was yours and yours in particular, and if your neighbor came and took a couple of your bushels of wheat, you'd be like, excuse me? And she shouted at me, quite forcefully. She does seem to enjoy doing that. Half the town must have heard her cussing out that baron of yours. I like that everyone's like, yeah, that baron of yours, Andreas. I'm like, he ain't mine. I don't claim him. We were friendly, okay, but I didn't know the guy. Old witch, if she wanted to keep her house, she should have had a few more sons. Let's not poke the bear any further. Cat did. Why couldn't that old bat? You tell him, Cat. Okay, let's have the rest of our salmon hand pie. Uh-oh, the baby's crying again. Sorry. Come now, little bear, it's all right. You're a good boy, aren't you? I'm sure Attilia would have had a son if she could have chosen to. Andreas, just forget it. Tell him. I prayed daily for a son, and then I had Martin. That's right, just as I told you. You and Hetty both. Yeah, I remember Hetty. Saw her briefly. If my brother's wife can make the Lord hear her, that old witch could have done the same. Attilia's pretty pagan, I have to say. I hope Martin's alright. He usually comes back by now. I feel like I keep adding the disclaimer. Even though I don't like him, I'm a little concerned about him at this point. Shiftless, good-for-nothing malingerer. He better come back so I can beat the pants off him. Johann would never let his boy get away with this shit. My brother knows how to raise an obedient son. Yeah, well, I guess we met that son, or one of them at least, and he seemed pretty obedient. I don't know what Johann's parenting style was like. If I had to guess, I'd guess it might be a little different from yours, to be honest with you. Speaking of malingering, we've all got work to do. Enough sitting around. Well, thanks for welcoming me at your table. Good of you to come. Great. Great. Yeah, time to go to bed. What a day, folks. What a day. I would say it probably could have gone a little bit better, to be honest with you. Oh. What's happening here? Hello? Andreas! Christ, there you are. Uh-oh. Relax, Andreas. Brother Wojslav, what's the matter? It's the Archdeacon. He's come early. with an entire retinue in tow. Uh-oh. He's questioning everyone who knew the Baron and Brother Piero. I've already told him the little I know. He expects to speak with you tomorrow at Nones. He requested you specifically. Little old me? Did he say why? It's no secret you've been poking around the town and the abbey, sticking your nose in the rot. I hope you're prying has borne fruit, or Piero's neck will meet the sword. It has borne fruit. In my opinion, enough fruit to not have Piero executed. But at the same time, I do not have a very convincing suspect. So if that's the logic we're working with, then no, I have not done enough. I've done my best with the time I've had. Only I'd had a couple more days. Whatever happens, Piero knows you've been working hard on his behalf, and he's grateful for it. Only, Andreas. Uh-oh. What is it? It's just, you know as well as I do, the Baron was not a good man. I know that now. I know that now. Look, here's the thing. Here's the problem here. This is not a good situation. The Baron was a bad guy. A really bad guy. We know that. I don't really... well, frankly, I would personally like to know what exactly happened. I don't feel any overwhelming desire to enact justice or revenge on his killer. I understand why they did it, though I would like to know the details. The issue here is I don't want Piero to hang for it. So I feel I'm stuck a little bit in that I want to protect Piero, but perhaps that could mean throwing someone else under the bus. Is that right? Probably not. But we're close with Piero. I like the guy. It's really not fair this has happened to him. So I'm a little bit on the fence here. I'm definitely, I'm going to stand up to defend Piero. But I can feel it. I'm almost certain I'm going to be asked, well, who did it then? And I'm going to have to make an accusation. Oh, maybe not, but I'm almost certain that's the case. And that'll be a difficult moment, I have to say. You understand? You're worried I'll tell the Archdeacon what I've heard of Sister Matilda. All I'm saying is, if you're searching your head about her, or searching your head anything about her, I misread that, I'd ask you to keep it to yourself. I'll do what I can to protect the sisters from censure. That's all I would ask of you. Well, I've made promises in the past that I've broken, so who knows? I should return to Cursa. The abbot will be having a fit right about now. Yeah, I'm sure he is. Be well, Andreas. I'll pray for Piero's deliverance tonight. You should as well. Great. Well, honestly, just to review on my decisions so far, I don't feel like I've made great decisions, to be honest with you. I can't promise I'll make great decisions from here on out. I'll try. Well, let's go to bed. Sleep for the night. It's getting late. I should get some rest. I gotta say, at the moment, Attilia hates the Baron, but I'm not sure I find her particularly suspicious of murder. Lucky, I've got nothing really linking him with the scene, but he does have the physical force to do it. A big, tough guy. Honestly, right now, I'm most suspicious of Ferenc. And also, I've got the most concrete evidence tied to Ferenc. So, I don't know. Let's go to sleep. Nighty-night, Andreas. Don't let the bedbugs bite. We're going to our mind palace. Nope. Oh, interesting. Andreas, when are you coming home? I'll be home soon. Well, I'm not sure I'm ever gonna finish this commission. How's business? Good. I'm finishing a commission for the Imhoffs. You can see it when you get back. And then you can show me your commissions when you open your workshop. Yes, of course. You're not gonna quit this like you quit university, are you? Well, I don't intend to quit. Circumstances may compel me. I'll say no, of course not. Good. If it weren't for the work I did for the rector, you never would have had the opportunity. Most people never get a second chance after they throw something away like that. Yeah. I'll say, we got to build Andreas' backstory to a certain extent, but there's still a lot we don't know about the guy. Yeah, I know, Dad. And we'll see you when you get back. Sure. Alright. Pretty sure I'm going to the middle, but I wonder if I can prompt other dialogue. Maybe not. Sabine. Oh, it's you. I only have the picture of you, the one my brother Daniel made. I really don't have any idea what you're like. So, what are you like? Please don't imagine me telling you in your own mind. Why? Yeah. You'll imagine I'm wonderful, or imagine I'm horrible. Either way, it's not fair to me, is it? That's true, but it's hard to stop the mind from wondering, right? I'm sure both of them are wondering, who is this person I've to be married to? And so you build up an image of them, good or bad or whatever, and then when you meet them, that image is bound to shatter, almost inevitably. And, that could be bad, but it could be good as well if you find out you actually get along well. The real you? To none of us. Fair. I'll see you soon, Andreas. For real, I mean. I suppose that's true. Until then. Alrighty. Welcome back, Andreas. It's been too long since you've graced this court with your presence. Apologies, of your majesty. My mind has been preoccupied by a tragedy at Kearsaw Abbey. What manner of tragedy? Says Prester John. The murder of a nobleman, a close friend of the Prince Bishop of Freising. My friend, Brother Piero, is the abbot's only suspect. I know that he could not have done it. How do you know? Examine your assumptions, my son. In addition to having no motive, and violence not being part of his character, he's not physically capable of the act. Yeah, look, is Piero capable of stabbing someone to death? Even that, maybe not, but a good timed jab, perhaps. Is he capable at his old age of clubbing someone? No, certainly not. He's of limited strength and has a palsy in his hand that makes holding a paintbrush difficult. That's gotta be convincing. We've got the body of the Baron. And say, I'm imagining all the ways this could go wrong, but I'm thinking, can't you say to the Archdeacon, hey, look, this guy did not die from his stab wound. Florian can back me up on that. His head was bashed in. And Piero would not have been capable of that. Plus, we found a potential murder weapon buried by Ferenc. So, it's inconceivable that he would have the strength and resolve to kill the Baron with a blow to the head. A whole lot of inconceivable shit happens on this hell of an earth, Andreas. Yeah, I don't think it's impossible, but I believe it's extremely improbable. So what do you intend to do about it? When I'm brought before the Archdeacon, I'll tell him what I know about other people who had motives to kill the Baron. I have to believe he'll see there are much more likely suspects than Piero. But why have you taken this task upon yourself? It's really for Piero, honestly. The investigation does threaten the Abbey, which threatens my career, but I've threatened my career a lot in doing this investigation. I do want to find the real killer. I am genuinely curious what happened. Like I said, not out of a desire to get vengeance on behalf of the Baron, but out of pure curiosity. But mainly, I gotta save Brother Piero's life. He's no one else to help him. Your love for and devotion to him speak well of your character. Man who is humble before his elders honors also his gods. Of course you'd say that, old man. He is right, though. If Andreas doesn't help him, no one will. Exactly. I understand why the brothers and sisters cannot act against the abbot, but I must do something. Why does that shit-for-brains abbot care about the death of a useless fart like Rothvogel anyway? Yeah, I mean, they're both shitheads, but powerful people get upset when other powerful people are murdered. This could threaten the existence of the Abbey. Oh no, the Abbey! Who gives a damn about those hypocritical assholes? In any case, Andreas' ability to prevent Pierre's death depends on the judgment of the Archdeacon. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. This is all depending on the judgment of this individual. And frankly, he may have been selected for his reason and judgment, but there's a good chance he was not. Wise or foolish, corrupt or just, the Archdeacon will be the first and possibly final arbiter of Piero's guilt. Andreas must win the Archdeacon to his side using the tools favored by men such as him. Authority, but I don't have authority. Maybe honesty? Maybe reason. When's the last time you met a man who was truly ruled by reason? Authority? Despite your talent, you're merely an artist. He's been invested with power by the Prince Bishop of Freising. You have no authority with him. Honesty? I can't imagine that. You must be honest in all things, Andreas, but many are not willing to accept the truth. And the cost of honesty can be high. Then, wisdom? Wisdom can be shared, but the audience may not comprehend it. If reason, wisdom, authority, and honesty cannot triumph, what am I left with? Hope. Oh, great. Lies. Truth. That is honesty, dumbass. Above all, faith and providence. I'm hoping my background as both an orator and, well, not a churchman, but a theologist will maybe help me with the Archdeacon. Well, what do you plan to tell the Archdeacon, Andreas? There were other people in Pearsall and Tossing who had motives to kill the Baron. Sister Matilda was badly beaten by the Baron for resisting his advances. She almost died. Why was the Baron not punished for it? It seems the Baron was beyond the reach of justice, at least at the time. Mother Cecilia sent Sister Matilda away to a hermitage to recover away from the rest of the nuns. How did you come to this understanding? That Mother Cecilia told me the Baron had harmed a nun during his last visit, but would not tell me more. I crept into the Abbey's library after dark and investigated the nuns' admittance records to learn the sister's name. Once I knew the name, I confronted Matilda, and she admitted what happened. You risked a great deal by trespassing in the library. Yeah. Right, Andreas might have seen the monks and nuns fucking. Scandalous behavior. I did. Lorenz couldn't get his way with the nun, and he almost killed her for it. I wish I could say it's surprising. Yeah. Sister Matilda's motive is a powerful one, but by what means might she have killed the Baron? I haven't found a plausible weapon yet. Motive alone will not convince the Archdeacon. You must find a plausible weapon she could have employed. I don't have any time, man. Are there any others you suspect? I found no other suspects! Yes, I have. 3 of them. You've brought a worthy mystery before the court, Andreas. I pray to God we have granted you the insight you need to face the forthcoming challenge. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm prepared to meet the day. Before you go, Andreas, there is one more thing to consider. You will be summoned to the Archdeacon to tell him what you know. But you need not tell him everything. I think I understand. There's a place for a noble lie. This is not one of them. Yeah, we told a noble lie earlier, and it didn't go so well, but we did uncover a potential murder weapon. Why? Baron is dead. All the people with the motive to kill him suffered, either directly or indirectly from his wickedness. Simply mentioning a name to the Archdeacon may endanger them, whether they had anything to do with the murder or not. Right, no point throwing everyone waist deep into shit. I protest any attempt at deception, but you must ultimately follow your own conscience, Andreas. Little time remains before you must stand before the Archdeacon. Use it wisely. Do my best. Until we meet again, Andreas, God be with you. And also with you, Your Majesty. Well, maybe I can... Yes, I don't have any time. I was thinking maybe I could work something out in the morning, but... I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. And we're gonna see next time. We're gonna end this episode here. We certainly discovered a lot. There's still a lot of mystery hanging in the air. I'm very concerned with how this trial or this judgment is going to go. But we'll have to find that out next time. So thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this one, you can leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I always enjoy reading all your comments on the videos. With that, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day today, and I will see you all again next time. Goodbye.